property owners face real risks to fair housing claims in the state of California. Landlords are accused every day. Most who are accused would never consider themselves racist or even unfair, but their actions could be ruled discriminatory in a court of law. That's why, if you're a California landlord, you need to understand California fair housing laws. This overview is from the perspective of a real estate broker who owns a property management business. For legal advice, consult an attorney. Some property owners may feel frustrated by fair housing law restrictions. However, following the law is good business, since selecting tenants using consistent, non-discriminatory criteria like credit scores and income ratios is more effective than relying on your intuition. This is true even for the most experienced landlords. At the end of the day, all that should matter is if the tenant pays their rent and follows the lease agreement. California has a history of taking fair housing laws seriously. When the Federal Fair Housing Act passed in 1968, California already had the California Fair Employment and Housing Act and the Unruh Civil Rights Act. Those are our primary fair housing laws in the state of California, but there are others. Race, color, ancestry, national origin, citizenship, immigration status, primary language, age, religion, disability, mental or physical, sex, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, genetic information, marital status, familial status, source of income, this now includes Section 8, military or veteran status, arbitrary characteristics. This could include tattoos, hair color, political affiliation for that matter. The point of this lengthy list is that discriminating against anybody for anything that does not reflect their ability to follow the lease agreement and pay their rent on time is against the law. As an example, there's a case where a heterosexual couple applied to lease a unit in a building where the property owner wanted to rent to gay people only. This straight couple filed suit and won. So the spirit of the law is more important than the actual list. What actions qualify as discriminatory in the state of California? Well, here's a list of some actions that qualify as discriminatory. Refusing to rent to a tenant because of race, color, or disability. Stating that a home is not available when it is. Terminating a lease agreement illegally. Drafting rental policies that lead to unequal access to housing. Providing different conditions, terms, or privileges for different tenants. Refusing to make reasonable accommodations and modifications for people living with a disability. Unfair treatment of security deposits. Stating in rental ads language like ideal for male occupants or perfect for professionals. What are the penalties for discriminating against a tenant? Well, once formally accused by a tenant, you may need to attend several hearings to defend yourself. If found guilty, you may be liable for payment for financial damages to the tenant. This can include expenses the tenant needed for alternative housing. Payment for non-economic damages the tenant may have undergone as a result of mental anguish and humiliation. Civil penalties with fines amounting to tens of thousands of dollars. Punitive damages to punish you for the wrongdoing against the tenant. You could lose the right to be in the housing business altogether. You could also face criminal charges. Most of all, you will face the cost of defending yourself. You can run up a big legal bill, spending precious time and energy on something otherwise unnecessary. How can a landlord in California avoid housing discrimination claims? Well, here's 10 things that you can do to protect yourself against discrimination claims. 1. Know and respect the law. You know better, you do better. 2. Document everything. If there's an accusation or incident, make sure you record every detail as soon as it occurs. 3. Have fair and consistent policies. Treat people equally. Don't check credit on a Black or Hispanic person and not a Caucasian. Number 4, act professionally. There are times you will be frustrated. This is when it's most important to keep your cool. 5, be mindful of what you say. Discrimination does not have to be intentional to exist or to get you in trouble. Number 6, be respectful. People lash out when they feel disrespected. A sincere smile can go a long way. Number 7, don't get defensive. If accused of discrimination, don't act insulted and respond rudely. Slow down and clean up any misunderstanding that may have happened. Number 8, review all rental ads before running. Discriminatory statements like no service dogs or ideal for professionals or no kids will get you in trouble. Number 9, hire a property management company. A good property management company will understand fair housing laws and will have measures in place to follow them. And number 10, do not discriminate. Some things to remember. In today's divisive and complicated world, more than ever before, you want to make sure you understand fair housing laws. In California, these laws are vigorously enforced. If you are accused, it can be devastating, even if found not guilty. I hope that you will take this advice given here and reduce the odds of a discrimination case. Bottom line, if you own a rental property in California, it's important to be familiar with the landlord-tenant law in every capacity, especially things like the Fair Housing Act. However, navigating all of this alone can be difficult. For legal advice on this subject, talk to an attorney specializing in real estate and fair housing law. For real estate advice, talk to the Mike Dunfee Group. We have over 25 years of property management and sales experience in the Long Beach area. Reach out to us to learn how we can help you succeed in your real estate investments. Disclaimer, this is not a substitute for professional legal advice from a qualified attorney. Laws change, and this information may not be updated at the time of your reading. For help with real estate matters, including fair housing or any other aspect of property management, the Mike Dunfee Group can help.